Capricorns, you guys have been fighting and fighting and fighting, and you're at a point where you're tired. You're tired. You're ready to not necessarily give up, but it's just like, when am I going to get a break? When am I going to get a chance to rest? When am I going to get a chance to just breathe? And Spirit wants you to know to keep going. Do not take what's happening right now to you personally. Do not take it for more than what it is, and do not take on more than you can handle. But understand that right now, this is a time of lessons, but also a time of growth, And so, whatever personal struggle that you've been going through, even though it's taking a toll on you, again, treat it as a learning experience and don't take it too seriously. Let's get into the reading.
I feel like I need something. You tried to fight, but you my brain is racing for my heart is racing for clarity.
What's going on, y'all? It's Santana, aka, well, better known as Child. I'm so thrown off because this was supposed to be off screen, but it is Santana, better known as Aubrey, when I'm doing these spiritual readings. And this is a reading for my Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Okay. Now keep in mind this is going to be a general reading. So if you would like to book a personal reading, please follow the instructions on screen and in the description box to do so. Okay. thealigningsouls.com to go ahead and book you a personal reading. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so Capricorns, keep in mind there is a full moon that is happening in the sign of Aries, and it's going to be happening within your fourth house. Okay, that is going to be coming up this Friday, and the full moon in your fourth house of basically your house of home, right, is nudging you to take better care of both your physical and mental space. With the autumn equinox still in the air, clearing out any stagnant energy from your home will set you up for success this season. Do the same with your mind, taking some time to brain dump any nagging, negative thoughts. A great full moon ritual is writing down these lingering issues and burning the paper to fully release them. Now, some of you guys could be moving. Maybe you're looking at places to move. That can be things that's happening. There could be new additions to the home or people moving out of the home. Some of you guys could even end up pregnant. That could be one thing that happens. Just anything dealing with home or childhood trauma could come up during this time period. Now, your overall energy is go the distance, okay? Go the distance, Capricorn, okay? Now, the meaning of this: endurance, strength, and the long haul. To bring your dream to life, you must think long term and pay no attention to the fluctuations in the current of your experience. Joy and disappointment commingle with opportunities, so there is no need to fear the occasional obstacle because life is not a sprint. This is a reminder that you have endurance, you have strength, you have fortitude to carry you all the way. So you want to remain true to yourself. Your authenticity alone will keep you in alignment with the energy of miracles. What is yours will never be withheld from you. Remember that. Okay? And I do see you in a place where you are fighting. You're fighting to hold on. You're fighting and just maybe a little bit defensive, okay? Or defensive over your peace or trying your hardest to protect your peace. And Spirit is just like, listen, protect your peace at all costs. Yeah, yes, most definitely. But like now isn't necessarily a time of rest. It's a time of action. It's a time of sprinting. It's a time of going after what it is that you want. And then yes, you will soon be able to rest. You'll soon be able to, be at peace. But like right now, it's about it's go time. It just is what it is. It's go time. There's no way to try and sugarcoat. It's go time. Right. And so the situation that you're currently in is you're trying your hardest to like follow your intuition and follow what it is that you think that you should be doing, where it is that you feel like you're being guided. But there might be a little bit of confusion, right? You might be being challenged to look at the world, or rather this situation, from a different perspective. So it's also a cause for you to pause, a cause for you to pause, right? Or surrender, or just kind of let go to what is. Let go and let God. Sometimes that's literally all that you can do, is to let go and let God, because maybe the situation is calling for you to view things from a different perspective, before you can change or release something or gain something. But the struggle more so seems to be, I feel like you trusting that you know what it is that you're doing, or trusting that you're going the right way, or trusting your intuition, or trusting your subconscious. Just like right now, you don't necessarily trust yourself because things are in such a flux, or things may not be where you want it to be. Capricorn, you guys are an earth sign, so it's all about stability and control with you guys. And right now, where you have to give up that control, it's like, I don't know if I trust myself or the universe or God or whoever to come in and handle things the way that I would. And Capricorn, I don't know what to tell you. Baby, the universe is asking you to give up control. It's let go and let God time. So you're just going to have to deal with your trauma. Check your trauma at the door. I understand you done been through some shit. I understand you done been through situations where, when you gave up control, it didn't necessarily turn out the best. But like right now, you got to overcome that. You have to overcome that if you want success, if you want happiness, if you want peace. And that's what Spirit is guiding you to. Spirit wants you to celebrate. Spirit wants you to be happy. Spirit wants you to jump for joy and celebration of life and these efforts and these gifts and this abundance that Spirit has for you. Like they're guiding you towards that. And part of you earning that is you doing your job now, doing your part now. And that could also be an insecurity that's popping up, is you feeling like, well, if I'm not 100% actively working on something or 100% actively involved in something, then do I even deserve the accolades? And do I even deserve the abundance that, in the gifts and whatnot that's trying to come in? But yeah, part of you doing your part of your assignment is to let go and let God. Maybe you've done all that you can. And so you're in the last leg of the race where it's like, okay, now it's time to pass the baton to Spirit, right? Because true manifestation is, yes, about you praying and, getting on your shit and, being aligned with the universe and having faith and whatnot. And yeah, part of it is, doing what it is that you need to do physically, but it's also the waiting game and also knowing like, okay, now Spirit has to take it from here. They've heard your calls loud and clear. And so now Spirit has to bring it down from 6D, 5D into 3D reality. It just is what it is. And so your focus needs to be on realizing like, okay, life isn't happening to me, it's happening for me. And that, whatever challenges and whatnot I'm facing, I do not need to take it seriously. I just need to learn from it. I need to just focus on whatever the universe is trying to teach me, because I doubt that the universe is intentionally trying to whip your ass right now. It may feel like that because you don't have much control, but like that's the problem. I feel like it's more so just interference that's coming up because of what you want to do versus what you're being asked to do. That's really what it is. Sit this one out. Allow Spirit to come in and make things anew. Things are being reborn, right? There's surprises and whatnot that's coming in for you. And hell, you're even going to surprise yourself when you sit back and you allow the power of the universe to come in and shape shift your life, right? Because that is the outcome. It's about getting you to a place to where your material changes, your financials change. Like you want to be in a space where weeks from now, a year from now, months from now, everything looks completely different. And you've already done your part. You've already planted those seeds. You've already, done what needed to be done. And so now it's really just about supporting yourself before you can go out there and support others. Yeah, we already know, Capricorn, you're very strong-willed, you're very, head over heart, you're very much a boss and very much like, okay, I got to do this, that, and the third, I got to have this in order. So, can be in order and I can take care of everybody else, but you have to support you first, right? Even bosses need to make sure that they are on their P's and Q's. It's like, yeah, before you can show up and be a good leader for your team, you have to make sure that you're good. Because what good is it if when it comes time for you to lead, that you're not even in a position where you're capable of leading, or even in a position where you're emotionally ready or physically ready or health-wise ready, So you got to take care of your own needs. And that's ultimately what it's about. That's ultimately what it's about. It's about that balance. So that's what you're learning right now. You're learning about that give and take balance. Your reading compared to everybody else's isn't as big of a deal. I would say it's more so just about you trusting and you being in a space where you trust the universe and trust Spirit and trust yourself. Right? Can you trust yourself to sit back? Can you trust yourself to allow someone else to take control? Can you trust the universe to come in and make you whole again? And if you can't, check that. because it's usually some sort of trigger or trauma response that more than likely stems from childhood. Hence why you have the full moon that is illuminating your fourth house of childhood trauma and exposing that. Why is it so hard for you to give up control? Is it codependency? Is it abandonment issues? Do you feel like if you give up control, it's going to be like this is a situation or a task that's going to be lost from you forever? That this person is never going to come back? That this job is going to fire you? That is going to be too good to be true? Like, why do you feel that way? Where does that come from? That's the true conversation at hand. So I love each and every one of y'all. Definitely make sure that you go to my website, thealigningsouls.com, to book you a personal reading. Like I said, they are 50% off right now. So yeah, take advantage of that. You can find that information on screen and in the personal description box below. And I love each and every one of y'all. In HD, I'm just here to align you back to your highest soul, your highest God, your highest frequency, your highest everything. Get on your shit before shit gets on you, baby. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Tell me what you wanna be.